You, not God, are the one that determines the level of your relationship with him. Do I need to say that one more time? You are the one that determines how close you're going to be with God. In fact, when you talk about being intimate with God, God is more passionate. Listen to these words. He's more passionate about being close with you than you are with him. Because verse 5 in this very same chapter says, or do you not know that the Spirit who dwells in us yearns jealously? Everybody say yearns. That's not a word we use very much. What does that mean? It means to long for intensely and consistently. Now listen to that. He, the Spirit of God in you, longs for you intensely and consistently. You know, Lisa and I, she's my closest friend on the planet. But I'm going to tell you something. There are times she's not yearning for me intensely. Like if I wake her up at 3 in the morning, I'm telling you, she's not yearning for me. You understand what I'm talking about? She's like, why are you waking me up, honey? Right? But I have had him wake me up in the middle of the night, and he's hoping that I'll meet with him because he yearns for you and me. Now, here's the situation. Why in all my traveling all around the world do I meet so many Christians that are not experiencing intimacy with God? There is a reason, I believe. Because there's a foundation that we have to have in our relationship with God. If you don't have this foundation, it doesn't matter how much he wants to be close to you and how much you want to be close to him. You can't be close to him without this foundation. And this foundation can be found in Psalm 89, verse 7. Psalm 89, verse 7 makes this statement. It says, God, now look at these words, is to be greatly, everybody say greatly, feared in the assembly of the saints. And now look at this, he's to be held in reverence by all those around him. Let me say this. Look at the second part of that verse. God is to be held in reverence by all those who surround him. You will never find the presence of God in an atmosphere where he's not held with the utmost of respect. What is the fear of the Lord? Let's talk about it. Because people are scared of this word. What is the fear of the Lord? First of all, it is not to be scared of God. How can you have intimacy with someone you're scared of? Right? So what is the fear of the Lord? Well, let me begin by saying this. The fear of the Lord is to be terrified to be away from him. It's not to be scared of him, it's to be terrified to be away from him. What's the evidence of somebody who truly fears God? Number one, they'll obey God instantly. You ever meet somebody who says, well, the Lord's been dealing with me about this now for several months, and they kind of laugh about it, right? They're just laughing about their lack of the godly fear. Number two, listen, you obey God even when it doesn't make sense. God ever tell you to do something that didn't make a lot of sense to you? You haven't been saved very long if you can't say yes to that, right? Number three, you obey him even if it hurts. Boy, I understand that one. When my mom looks at me and goes, you'll go to Bible school over my dead body? Because she was strong Catholic? It hurt. Especially when I didn't get invited to my dad's retirement party because she was scared I was going to witness to people. But now she gives away my books. Yeah. Number four, you obey him even when you don't see a benefit. You know how many Americans, the only way you can get them to obey God is if they see a benefit? What's in it for me? If you give, God will do that. If you pray, God will do this. Well, listen, will God do that if you give? Absolutely. Chris Kane couldn't have said it better tonight. Right? Give and it will be given to you. The world of the generous gets larger and larger, right? But that's not your motive. Number five, you obey to completion. Saul did 99.9% of what God told him to do, but God said he didn't obey me. Look at this verse. Friendship, everybody say friendship, with the Lord is reserved for those who fear him. With them, he shares his secrets. You know what God's saying right there? You know what God, whoa. You know what God's saying right there? You know what God's saying? God's saying not everybody's my friend. Let me go a little bit deeper, okay? God's saying not everybody in the church is my friend. That one went over like a lead balloon. Jesus said, you're my friends if there's a condition. What's the condition? He said, if you do whatever I command you. There it is, the fear of the Lord, trembling at his word. Do you know what Jesus is saying right there? Not everybody in the church is my intimate close friend. But listen. He passionately, listen to my words, he passionately desires every one of us to be his intimate close friends. But you're the one that determines the level of your relationship with God, not God. Therefore, draw near to God and he'll draw near to you.